I made it so they won't ever get a job in their chosen degree. For 3 years, I kept quiet about what 2 girls did to me throughout school. Not because I forgave them, not because it stopped hurting, but because every adult I told either didn't believe me, minimized it, or told me that's just how teenage girls are. So eventually, I stopped telling anyone. I just absorbed it, carried it home every single day, and tried to figure out how to survive the next one. Let me tell you what surviving looked like. It looked like faking stomach aches on Mondays because that's when we had sports class and they would kick at my ankles until I bruised, and steal my gym clothes and replace them with ones 2 sizes too small so I'd have to wear them anyway, or sit out and get marked absent. It looked like eating lunch in a bathroom stall because the one time I sat in the cafeteria, they dumped a drink on my head and told everyone I'd spilled it myself. It looked like checking the hallway before I left any classroom, timing my routes, knowing which exits to avoid. I was 14 years old and I was mapping escape routes like I was in a war zone. The pen thing happened so often I stopped reacting. They'd sit behind me in class and just press the tip of a pen into my arm or the back of my neck. Not hard enough to bleed, just hard enough to remind me they were there, that they could, that no one would stop them. And then there was prom. I don't even want to spend too much time on this part because it still makes me feel sick, but they made a category, printed it out and handed it around. Most likely to end themselves. One nominee, my name. They thought it was hilarious. They had it circulating for almost a full day before it disappeared, right before a teacher could see it. To this day, I don't know if a teacher found out and buried it or if they pulled it themselves. What I do know is that not one person who saw that paper said anything to me. Not one. They just passed it along and laughed. I was in therapy for 2 years after school ended, still on medication now. I'm not saying that to get sympathy. I'm saying it so you understand that what they did wasn't just mean girl drama. It had a long tail. It followed me into my adult life and sat down next to me and made itself comfortable. So 3 years after graduation, I'm scrolling through social media and I see their updates, both of them celebrating finishing their degrees. Big smiling photos, proud captions, and I click through because I can't help it and I find out what they studied. One of them got a degree in animal care. The other one, the one who made the prom category, the one who pressed pens into my skin in class, the one who would follow me home and try to shove me off the footpath into the road, she got a degree to be a mental health nurse. I read that twice, then a third time. A mental health nurse. Someone who will sit across from people at their lowest point and be trusted with their care. That same person. I couldn't get past it. I tried. I sat with it for maybe an hour trying to talk myself into letting it go, telling myself it wasn't my problem, that I'd done the work, that I was supposed to be past this. I wasn't past it. I opened Facebook and I started typing. I didn't plan it out. I didn't edit it. I just wrote everything I remembered in the order I remembered it. The ankles, the gym cupboard they locked me in once until another class found me after lunch, the weight comments, the glasses, the crooked teeth they never let me forget, the prom category, the pens being followed home, all of it. Long, detailed, specific. I tagged both of them by name. I mentioned their names multiple times throughout the post so there was no ambiguity, and I pinned it to the top of my page. The comments exploded. People from school I hadn't spoken to in years came out of nowhere. Some defended me. Some told me I was being petty and needed to move on. A few people tried to defend them, said they were young, said everyone makes mistakes. There was a whole argument happening in real time that I mostly stayed out of. I just let a post up. 4 days later, one of them messaged me privately. The mental health nurse one. She said she was sorry, said she'd grown as a person, said she was embarrassed by who she used to be, and that she hoped I could find it in myself to forgive her. She asked me to take the post down. Her tone was gentle, almost convincing. I was actually thinking about it, not for her sake, but because I'd said what I needed to say, and I didn't know if keeping it up was helping me or just keeping me stuck in it. I was genuinely weighing it. Then I got an email from someone I didn't know. They explained that they'd come across my post and asked if they could retain the screenshots and comments. They didn't say why exactly, but I had a feeling. I said yes. Of course I said yes. Keep everything. Keep every word. That's when I looked into it a little more and found out what I already suspected. In my country, employers in care-based fields, healthcare, mental health, animal welfare, they check social media, not casually, systematically, as part of the hiring process. It functions as a character reference, and my post wasn't going anywhere. Then I found out she'd already had an interview scheduled when she sent me that apology. She didn't message me because she felt remorse. She messaged me because she needed that post gone before someone with a clipboard found it. I didn't respond to her message. The post is still pinned.